And today we're talking about climate change and the youth with the Caribbean Youth Environmental Network. And we've got Amelia Swift and Curmira Gulston with us. We shall speak with them in a while. Just let me remind you that the Institute of Marine Affairs, of course, conducts marine and environmental research on topics such as wetlands, marine pollution, marine mammals and harmful sea creatures, beach safety, global warming and coral reefs, the carbon footprint, and mangrove swamps. So Amelia and Curmira, welcome inside the Green Space.
Thank you.
And we are talking to you ahead of two events. Climate Change and Youth, a conference coming up, and then later on this month, the COP21 in Paris, France.
In December.
It starts in late November, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. 30th of November to 11th of December.
Yeah.
Right, so the last time we spoke, it was about things like the Adopt a River program and how the CYEN was making use of some materials that they were finding that people would leave behind carelessly.
Upcycling project.
Right.
Yeah.
How has that come along?
Okay. Well, basically, we incorporating the upcycling project into our workshop connecting climate change and youth. So we are trying to put together these two ideas, and we made actually cut up strips of cloth and made bangles and headbands. So at least in our forum we could orchestrate this concept into and make persons more aware of upcycling, which is reusing materials from materials that you don't want.
So you should have a range of products available when that
Soon, that's the idea.
Okay, so what we will have here is just a sampling of what is possible under this initiative.
Yes.
Right, so tell us a bit, Amelia, about this upcoming conference.
Well, the conference is called Connecting Climate Change and You on the Road to Paris, and it's taking place this Friday at UE from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. at the Lecture Room 1 at the Institute of International Relations at UWI. The purpose of the forum is to educate, transform, and inspire the minds of young people to the realities of the effects of climate change, while creating a positive space to develop and share ideas on activities to improve how we react to them.
So the various people that you've been associating with and contacting should be at that event?
Yes, but at the moment registration is closed. However, we would like to do a live stream. However, we don't have the proper equipment. So if anyone's listening and they're interested in assisting us to make this a reality, they can contact our president, Dizzy and Billy, at 718-7384. Yeah.
Right. And some of the topics
83, sorry.
This conference will address.
Okay, so some of the topics that we're going to be looking at include climate change policy. We're going to be looking at climate change and food security. We have a topic called Health on Fire, which looks at climate change and health. Climate conscious construction and climate change and youth, specifically looking at youth involvement in civil societies, and government delegations. And we also have a topic called This Is How We Do It, where we're begin looking at the how the Caribbean Youth Environment Network is acting on climate change. I just want to give the number again of our president, Dizzy and Billy. It's 718-7383.
Okay, so this forum is different from any other forum because the workshop, it is organized by young people. The panel is all youth. So these leaders know how to engage with their audience. It involves coordination to achieve one goal. And it is an example of youth taking the time to address socio-economic issues as it relates to the environment.
that's good, but you need sometimes the elders to kind of put something in place so that you all can have easier transition into what you all might want in the years ahead. Has that taken place?
Yes, that has taken place actually, because the leaders, we actually went through a recruitment process. We went through all the guidelines that we want. So the young people have taken the initiative, but these are young people with positions that are recommended highly by the older folk, as you say. So they have the experience and they know how to engage and help persons understand more about our cause and what we are trying to, how we are trying to connect climate change and youth.
And these are all parts on a pathway leading up to the COP. There's one that was recent or one that is upcoming in the UK. Am I correct in that regard?
It's the COP 21.
That's in Paris.
Yes.
Right. So we're just getting a report talking about the fact that figures from January to September are already 1.02 degrees above the average taken between 1850 and 1900s. And if temperatures remain as predicted, 2015 will be the first year to breach the key threshold. And that makes it a little more urgent going into this conference. With the CYEN, how is the CYEN going to be engaged in that particular upcoming Paris conference?
Okay, so recently, as of this week, or this past week, the CYEN chapter in St. Lucia actually, they signed a petition as it regards to climate change and global warming and the temperatures associated with it. So the petition mainly involves keeping the temperature change below 1.5. So that's what is that's basically the idea about it. And they want the petition to include mainly the small island developing states, because we are the most affected by increased temperature, the increase in frequency and intensity of the storms, decreased precipitation, which also includes drought. So we're having more drought. Even in Trinidad, you're realizing that this is becoming an issue, yeah. And sea level rise. So this is the main topics that they are gathering towards this concept. But the forum, it occurs in December, well, at the end of November, December, and it incorporates 50,000 world leaders. So it's a big deal. This is a serious thing that we're dealing with. 50,000 world leaders from across the 190 nations meet in Paris to discuss issues related to climate change and hopefully find combat resolutions. This is a big challenge, but they believe that awareness, technology will assist in this fight. So basically, the conference is incorporated into this the COP21. So we are taking the feedback from our conference and implementing it and letting the voices of Trinidad and Tobago and the youths be heard, because we have realized that there's a gap as it relates to environmental education and awareness in society, and we want to fill this gap. And we can fill it through social media and other ways, such as the conference.
So the CYEN is going to have some sort of representation and making its voice heard. Yes. Is there a coordination between your youth organization and maybe others around the world to sort of like probably meet on the fringes to sort of push the leaders along just a bit more? Has that been in the planning?
Okay, well, this is a regional entity, so yes, there has been collaboration regionally. But in addition, via social media, we have things like hashtags. We can use the hashtag #AtoParis, hashtag Action 2015, and that is a way to get the message out about climate change and how it is impacting us as a region.
Indeed. So this conference is taking place at UE, starts on Friday.
Yes.
And you all will explore the range of topics that you just mentioned to us.
Yes.
So coming out of that, what then?
Okay, well, the objectives of this conference, what we hope to achieve is we hope that we're trying to create a platform of knowledge transfer and sharing between young professionals and young students in the area of climate change and action. And we're also hoping to disseminate information to the audience about the work being done of the Caribbean Youth Environment Network on climate change in the Caribbean, and encourage them to get involved, to bring their ideas, knowledge, and know-how to increase our reach. And we also hope to share information and experience on the relevant climate change policies, laws, regulations, and case studies in Trinidad and Tobago from a youth perspective. So those are some of the things we hope to achieve.
And we've had new political administration come in on September the 7th. Are you all going to be engaging them to do, in your view, a bit more with regards to these issues that are going to be left for young people to deal with in the years ahead?
We hope so, because youth are the implementers of tomorrow. So we are trying to reach as wide an audience as possible and get our message out there. We are all about youth empowerment and sustainable development, and we focus on diversity, water, climate change, marine and coastal issues. So yes, we are ready to take that next step.
And let's talk just briefly about a couple of the initiatives, the Eco Life and the Give Love. Just briefly touch on those, and what are they? What are they about?
Well, the Eco Life is our online magazine that was launched in 2013, just to raise awareness about the environment and about our activities as within Trinidad and Tobago as it relates to the environment and sustainable development. It has reached over 18 Caribbean islands, and also the USA, Latin America, Asia, Africa, and Europe. And we've had 5 editions so far, and we have a upcoming new edition shortly.
Okay, to add, the environmental issues are not just in Trinidad and Tobago, it's regionally.
Yes.
So we get feedback from all over the region. So basically they send us out the articles and we publish, we edit it. It's a pretty impressive magazine. Because the first time I saw it, I was like, wow, this is what I'm part of?
And it's available online?
Yes, it's available online. Let me tell you. So just Google issuu.com/cyen-t. Let me repeat it. issuu.com/cyen-t. Check it out. You will be amazed.
Right, and the Give Love?
Okay, so Give Love is a Christmas initiative. It's our annual event where we give back to our community. And the chapter is Trinidad and Tobago. So this year we are taking it to the Sister Isle because we want them to feel included in our initiatives. And basically we go in there to share the day with them, teach them aspects of our upcycling project. Because so it's mainly children, and we will show them how to incorporate upcycling in their everyday lives, make bangles, and actually transform things like cans. Like, don't throw away the cans or the plastic bottles. Okay, you reuse these items and reduce your waste and make the country more sustainable.
It's also an opportunity. It's also our annual toy drive and Christmas party as well.
Oh, okay.
So we bring,
Christmas
cheer to children in various communities.
Right, so once again, just before we close out the event coming up on Friday.
Yes.
Registration is closed, but you'll still maybe accommodate a couple more?
Give us a call.
Yes, okay.
Give us a call, we'll see. Yes. As I said, you can contact Disan Billy at 718-7383. We would really like to, as we said, we want to do a live stream. However, at the moment we don't have the proper equipment, so we're looking for someone who can assist us in making this a reality. That way we can reach more than a wider audience. So if they're definitely interested, you can give Dizan and Billy a call at 718-7383.
Amelia Swift and Curmira Gulston, members of the Caribbean Youth Environmental Network, thank you for being in the green space.
Okay. Thank you for having us.
Next time.